Maageketla is live for us in Alexandra this morning. He joins us now live from there. Maageketla, thank you very much indeed for your time. So a joint inquiry by the two Chapter 9 institutions. Has this ever happened in this area before?
Never happened as you had in that particular package, Blaine. But let me just correct that we are actually live in Johannesburg at Bram Park, the Office of Human Rights Commission. And this is where we are basically expecting city manager from the city of Johannesburg as well as Director General from Premier's office to actually face question, expect tough question from both Public Protector's office as well as the Human Rights Commission. And of course, as you can see the setup here, Public Protector's Office representatives will be sitting here. They will be posing questions as to what happened to that particular Alex Renewal Project, which we know that millions of money were spent, but it was meant, of course, to benefit the people of Alexandra. And of course, following this protest, questions have been coming out. What really happened to that particular money? Why are there still issues in terms of service delivery in Alexandra, especially when it comes to housing? We know that there have been issues regarding the mushrooming of shacks. Why is it that there is still issue when there was that particular project that was supposed to benefit thousands of people in as far as Alexandra is concerned? On the other side, officials or commissioners from the Human Rights Commission will also be posing questions to the city manager from the city of Johannesburg. And of course, expect questions such as, why is it that raw sewage is still flowing in the streets of Alexandra? Why is it that graves are still sinking in raw sewage? As we saw just a couple of days ago in one of the old cemeteries in Alexandra, graves are sinking in raw sewage. And these are some of the issues that have been raised actually by the residents of Alexandra. On the other side, pile up of rubbish remains uncollected. Why is it that when calls are made to actually take care of the service delivery issues in Alexandra, there is slow response, more especially from the city of Johannesburg? Expect those kind of questions today. And of course, we heard yesterday from the residents of Alexandra that they have long been ignored. And of course, they are actually citing the fact that these issues did not just start with this current administration. These issues have been there for the past 2 decades, and they are actually requesting for officials to take responsibility.
So let's service delivery failures and the mushrooming of informal settlements issues at the heart of this community's concerns. Are you getting a lot of buy-in by the community in terms of this inquiry? Is there a lot of interest from the community?
Of course, I mean, there's much interest.
All right, it seems that we lost that link. We'll try to get Maageketla back on the line to just give us a sense of what's happening there. Maageketla, I understand that you're back with us. You were saying in terms of the interest from the community into this inquiry.
And of course, apologies for that technical glitch. What I was actually mentioning is that this is an unprecedented joint inquiry by the Human Rights Commission as well as the Public Protector's Office. Of course, there has been a lot of interest in as far as the proceedings of this inquiry is concerned. As you saw yesterday, a lot of residents from Alexandra came through to actually lay their issues, to make sure that their issues are heard by this particular inquiry. And of course, they are expecting an outcome that will bring long-lasting solution to the issues that they've been experiencing inside Alexandra.
Just remind us, Maageketla, what was said about the Alex Renewal Project thus far.
But the Alex Renewal itself, as I mentioned, that it was meant to benefit thousands of people in Alexandra, more especially when it comes to housing, which is why we are seeing a lot of protests in terms of housing. A lot of shacks are being built and abated, and this is one of the issues that has been raised throughout the protests. One of the things that we actually got out of this particular project by one of the officials is that the project actually built about 3,552 in Alexandra alone, and the amazing part is that it was not only based in Alexandra. We know that Bramfisherville, there were houses that were built there by this particular project, as well as Deep Sloop. So the amazing part is that it's called Alex Renewal Project. According to residents of Alexandra.
All right, that line is not stable, but I guess you got the gist of what Maageketla was trying to explain with regards to this inquiry. We'll try to catch up with him a little later on. That was Maageketla Mohlabe live for us in Johannesburg.